You know what? I'm not gonna say it. There's no way I can tell him that. I'm gonna look like a fool. You know what? Whatever. I'll say it. Honestly, I regret buying this M240 right behind me.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more.
Now, before you guys start blasting me in the comment section saying like, oh, Tim, when you just purchased this car, we already knew it was a bad decision. No, by the way, right now what's happening with the car is absolutely the best case scenario. The engine is good, the transmission is good, and we're down to just the bodywork. But the reason why this was a bad purchase personally for me is because I completely underestimated my abilities here in Florida compared to Washington. Now, let me explain. You see, a project this size in Washington would take me about 2 months start to finish, painted, assembled, and everything done. Now, we're on month 6 or 7 with this M240, and for me, that's literally irritating everything out of me. Now, you're probably thinking like, what's the difference between Washington and Florida? Well, my connections, my tools, my body men, my painters, my frame machine, my shop, everything that has to do with basically everything being dialed into a fact where I can call up a painter and say, hey, painter, can we get this painted tomorrow? And he goes, okay, maybe not tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow. I had a frame machine, I had a shop, I had somewhere to store my vehicles inside and not outside in the rain. But all of that aside, no excuses. In this episode, I'm not finishing this video until this car here is ready for the paint shop, meaning that it's gonna be mudded, it's gonna be bondoed, it's gonna be fully ready for the paint shop. So with that being said, buckle in because this video may be quite a long one because we got a lot going on. Guys, my voice is a little bit off right now because I'm a little bit sick, but it's all good. I'm feeling good. Before we start officially panel beating the M240 and getting it all ready for paint, I just want to hop on and wish you a happy New Year's. 2023 was absolutely massive for me in my personal life and in my business life. Stepping into 2024, I'm super pumped and hope you are as well. And by the way, I do expect you to crush it in this 2024. No excuses. I wish you all the best health, success, and everything good to come in this new year. Also, a couple of things will be changing on the channel, some for the better, some for the worse perhaps, but stay tuned. And now with today's amazing sponsor of the video, Carly. Carly has quickly become my favorite OBD2 scanner simply because it's so small, fits right in your pocket without any hassle. Also very powerful. Everything is from your phone. Let me show you. Locate your vehicle's OBD2 port. Mine is right over here. Plug the device in, and when you see those two lights, it means it's in. From here on out, what you're gonna do is turn on the ignition, and then we're gonna go on the app. Once that's fully connected, we can do a diagnostic scan. I use Carly whenever I go buy a used car on a Facebook Marketplace, offer up Craigslist or anything like that. Plug it in, and 100% of the time, I find some kind of codes. I use that as a reason to lower the price, thus making more money in the long run. Now, I need to tell you guys that Carly is not only a diagnostic device. It can code things on your car. Now, you gotta make sure to check out Carly's website to see what kind of coding capabilities are offered for your vehicle. Let me show you guys what I have in mind. I'm on the fence right now of making this thing a race car and putting in a bigger turbo on it right over there. And although I love these seats, but if I make this thing a race car, I gotta get some bucket seats. Now, the massive downside to bucket seats is I'm probably not gonna be using the stock seatbelt, which will result in me having this pesky light the entire time. But lucky for me, I got Carly. I can code that light out very easily. Press on coding, check coding possibilities. As you can see, it found 5 ECUs that can be coded. We press OK, and then we have that seatbelt warning right over there. Read it out, code it off, and it's as simple as that. Now, obviously, I have no reason to code that off right now because currently it's going to be street legal. But if I ever have the thought of making a track rocket, I know exactly where to go. Now, if you want to get yourself this device right here, Carly is currently offering 15% off for my viewers. So shout out to Carly. Don't forget to click the link down below in my description and use the code BackYardBoyz24 for 15% off. Now, let's get back to the video. All right, boys, it's crazy to say this, but this quarter panel is ready for body filler. The only thing I want to do is play with this body line down over here, see if it needs to be harder or softer. But besides that, everything is dialed out, and I'm super pumped because I took my darn time making it look like this. I got an electric DA, 80 grit, sandpaper, and just worked with it as much as possible. All this stuff is super minor, and will all be repaired with the thinnest layer of body filler ever. Now, quarter panel aside, we do have something I'm worried about right here. So that's kind of pushed in, Not sure if you can tell, but it's pushed in there a couple of inches. So let's go ahead and pull off this fender and get that all situated and taken care of. That way, when we do buy the body filler, we can apply some there and there. So let's do it. And now with the fender off, you can get a better visual of what exactly is going on. So this needs to be pushed out. This needs to come out. I'm sure underneath it needs to be repaired a little bit. That looks like it needs to come out. And I gotta make sure that the fender fits there, there, and there all properly. Also, this all looking good and rust protected. So everything else though is pretty good besides this. I've straightened it out. It just needs a little riv nut or whatever this is called, and it should be solid right there. For this, we're gonna be using my Hustler stick, number 1. My, oh, this is heavy, spot puller, number 2. My drill, number 3, to get things down to bare metal. And, oh, my brain, that's the last one. And my physical labor, yeah. So 4 or 5 things, let's get it done.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Well, this is exactly what I was saying in the beginning of the video. I sat here for about an hour, and before I pull this dent out right there, I gotta pull this out. Now, I've tried different methods, and I can't. I just can't. I literally need a frame machine. We gotta think of alternative methods to get this car done, because I am not finishing this video or posting this video until this car is ready for paint. So we gotta start brainstorming. While I'm brainstorming, I'm gonna go ahead and fix these little dents to get this thing ready for body filler. Well, as I was working on the M240, something happened. I had a little quick interruption. And as you can see, the twin turbo Gallardo is not here. Video on that coming extremely soon. But I went ahead and picked up some material for the quarter panel. All of this inside here, some primer, some body filler, glaze, tape, blocks. That was $240. I'm super happy that I can do this in the garage because I don't have to base my, my work on the weather, because it may rain, it may not rain. So now inside we're all dry and clean. I'm super excited for that. And also, I thought I was gonna get better, but it seems like I'm getting kind of worse and worse. Like I'm feeling real sick, but we ain't got time. We got to get this thing done.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Well, it's a miracle, but we're fully prepared for the body filler. Now, this is the only thing that looks a little bit off here. That's because this bracket here is a little bit weak. So I don't know, like this bracket is not sitting exactly how I want it. I probably need a new one, but I know that the body line is perfect. Looking at it like this, it's all fully even, and I can see the bracket play in there. So once that clips in, it's all perfect. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm 100% sure that's perfectly where it needs to be. Woo! I'm excited. Everything's feeling so good. It's absolutely unreal. I took my darn time. The layer of body filler on this thing is gonna be so thin, it's gonna be wild. Next, to prep the quarter panel, I'll use some Prep All. Spray this bad boy down. And grab a nice little microfiber. Make it nice and spoofy. Oh, I honestly can't believe this right now, but I'm so excited. It is weird. Look at that. Yeah. We're gonna do that one more time. And hope we get a little cleaner microfiber this time. Any rust, any kind of imperfection, corrosion, or anything, I went ahead and removed out of every single crack and crevice. It is beautiful now. A lot cleaner than that there. So maybe we can do it one more time, because why not, right? We're making this perfect. Might as well. See how clean this one turns out. It's weird because I'm gliding my hand over this quarter panel right now, and it's like there's barely any imperfections. It feels so good. Okay. Perfect. Boom, boom, pow. Let's mix up some body filler. Oh yeah. I have not done this in some time, so I honestly kind of even forgot how much body filler I need for this. I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh yes. Brand new. That should be good right there. And then some hardener. Now it is warm outside, so I gotta make sure to do this quick. I'm all ready for it, so let's go ahead and get some mixing in. That's it. Well, I gotta admit, I didn't do half as bad. And my calculations were not bad either. Well, came back to my senses and I realized why I used to do this every single day. Because this right here is literally art. Now it's kind of like, who's a better artist, you know? No, all jokes aside, this quarter panel is body filled and it is feeling absolutely perfect. Like, I mean, it's just perfect. I knocked in every little high spot, everything. The rest of the stuff that we need to put on this quarter panel is glaze that will fill in all the deep scratches from the 80 grit sandpaper. On top of that, we're gonna finish off the glaze in a 180 and then prime it. So I'm super pumped. Let's get it done. By the way, look at this. Look at this gap. Look at that. Absolute insanity. I mean, any way you look at it, it's just, I mean, it's perfect, you know? No messing around here.
Wow, I made it! My week-long dream has come true!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what language to use to transfer my excited emotions of having this quarter panel fully ready for primer. Crazy. This is some ASMR right here. Feels so good, feels beautiful. And once this thing is painted, we'll see exactly how well I did on my bodywork. Now, since the quarter panel is done, we had like a tornado warning just right now, and it was pouring insane, but it just calmed down. I need to give you guys a little update. So since I'm taking the M240 down to a shop to get painted, I'm hoping that that shop will have a frame machine or something that they can pull this bottom section out with, because I simply can't at home. So I guess next thing is just to get this thing primed. And we have bodywork on the fender, which I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick research and see if I can buy a brand new fender for under $350. If so, I'll buy it and sell this one. If not, I will fix this one. And then the hood has just the slightest damage here and just very light along the edge there. Should probably take, you know, maybe an hour to get all that fixed. But let's go ahead and get this thing primed out. It's gonna be tomorrow because it's pitch black. So. right, guys, so I bagged the entire car. Now I have this right here. It's a 2K rapid primer filler. Take off this cap, pop it in the bottom, and it acts just like the Body Shop primer. I've used this stuff in the past, and I've actually been very happy with it. So, ooh, look at that. I gotta tape that because if I prime and that happens, I'm gonna cry. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing primed. Then maybe we can get a better visual on our bodywork. We got some Prep All, which is technically wax and grease remover. The whole entire thing. And then we got a brand new microfiber that I'm gonna go ahead and wipe everything down with. Then once that's done, we're gonna blow everything off with some air. Boom. Gone ahead and shook this thing up. Now we remove this here, and then we smack it. See if I can get it. Like so. There you go. Hey, what the? What's wrong with you? Oh, you gotta do it upside down. And then smack it. I guess that's it. I mean, probably releases the activator in there. All right, let's shake this up. Man, that spray is so nice. Yeah, let's do a little skim coat around the Bondo. And then we'll do a coat on everything. And I mean, especially the metal areas, you know? I stepped out. I'm gonna let that cure up for maybe, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Depends on this primer. It's about 65 degrees outside, so it's pretty perfect for priming. Very low humidity as well. 15 minutes. Oh, it says 15 minutes. Let me see. Anyways, oh, right here. Do not induce vomiting if eyes. Oh, this is for first aid treatment. What am I saying? But anyways, once I get a nice wet coat on there, I'll show you guys the body work. And honestly, I think it looks pretty spectacular. Well, that's about as wet as I can get it. I mean, you can't really tell, but you can also tell that there's no funny stuff in there. The can started spitting a little bit towards the end. It's not fully out, but you can see things like that. I don't really care because it's just primer. But yeah, it looks like a quarter panel, you know? It's got all the shapes and contours, everything it needs so far. Obviously, paint will tell us exactly what needs to happen. Now we just hope it starts. Of course it does, every time. And now we are off to find a body shop that will paint this thing. Well, I am about a couple minutes away from, I guess, the paint shop. I don't have anyone here. I don't know anyone specifically that does good work. And there's like this circle of people that do body work. I guess like a circle of shops. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk around and see if I can get some quotes and estimates and kind of compare prices and quality, because kind of quality is much higher than prices for me on the importance scale, you know. I'm guesstimating for everything we're looking at around 2.5 G's. That's pretty fair, maybe 3. We are painting just about half the car.
Sometime later.
This is what I need done. Front bumper painted. I don't think we're gonna blend here. Probably no need to blend. It's plastic either way, so it should be fine. Yeah? What do you think? Color up here probably, but not.
No, usually I blend everything.
Even
the next part, yeah.
Even this? Well, let's not blend it because I think it's it's fine there. We don't need to put any color here, so we'll be fine. Color here, obviously.
What does it look like?
Underneath? I can open it. Huh? No, it's not horrible. It's savable. You just pull it up. Yeah, so there's a crack on the edge here, but underneath it's inside. Inside is pretty good.
Stuff like that gotta get welded.
Yeah. So we'll weld that. Door inside out. The door is new, and I just put it together just so I can rip it around. Yes, quarter panel gets painted all the way there. Quarter panel, rear bumper. I don't know if I want to blend here either because it's plastic, and ideally I wouldn't want to touch OEM paint. And then I have black rocker panel, brand new on that side as well.
That needs painted?
Yes.
That?
And then mirror cap as well, because that one's gray, this one's black. So mirror cap needs to get painted. I can tear it all apart. I would love to tear it apart if that's gonna make your life easier. I don't need a discount for that. I'll just tear it apart for me to film and for it to be easier for you.
So are you gonna film like a paint job?
Whatever I can film, I'll film. If I can't film, I have no problem. If you say drop it off, don't film anything, come back, pick it up, no problem.
No, you could film.
The other thing I need to get done is this needs a minor pull out and just some minor work behind here. You can maybe look inside there. You can see inside through here. See that? The other quote would be with that, with this repair, with this repair. That's the other quote. Yeah. Tiny little Audi or kink right here, something funny. It's easy, probably should be fine. Here and then that right here.
Cash or check?
EBT. You take EBT?
Yep, EBT.
No, I'll pay cash.
At the dollar store.
Whatever, cash, whatever, doesn't matter.
Okay, so под капотом we don't need to shoot it, just the edge.
Yeah, just the edge.
Door, is this door the one you could easy?
Easy, two bolts slides right off, yeah.
Slide off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, просто I'm just trying to figure out the way I don't have to paint twice.
Yeah.
I could shoot the door like hanging somewhere.
And then, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Holding it with two fingers.
Yeah.
Taking fingerprints.
Inside?
No, like,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah, looks good. Put it back on.
Yeah.
I might have a couple of minor things that I don't know if they'll affect the price, but maybe I have a handle that's scratched, maybe a couple sensors, but that's like things you can put on a rack. 500 bucks each?
Короче, the paint is gonna run about 1,600.
Paint alone.
Yeah.
Okay. What about additional repairs?
What about that? Maybe just замазать.
The thing is, I would do something along those lines, but this needs a light pull because down here the rocker panel fits weird. So if you look down here, this needs to pull and this needs to go up. You see that? That's the only issue. If it was not, everything else kind of I can fix this bracket so it fit because this is really easy metal right here. But this is what's rough. That's the only thing that's rough. I tried to pull it out, but I couldn't. So we just get a little yank on it, chain it that way, put stuck here under.
Because it's a bubble?
At the bottom? Yeah.
That's why?
Yeah. And the rocker panel, when it fits, it kind of bulges it like this, and the gap here is weird. What if I pay that homie right there next door just to do this?
You can pull it. Yeah.
Yeah? Well, yeah, if he can pull it, then with the speculium do whatever the rest of the stuff to make it look pretty in here, or I'll do that crap, I don't care. I'm fine with helping because for me it's content, you know? So 16 for the paint, what about additional? I guess this weld, and that guy over there welds, yeah, they said? Some welder over there?
Yeah, he could weld. I could weld that little spot.
You have an aluminum welder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then we're chilling. Oh, if you have an aluminum welder, I'm gonna go bring more projects, you know, Russians. Okay, well, 2,300 bucks, that's phenomenal. The only problem is when we can start, or when realistic, like you can clear up and we can.
What, the bodywork?
The bodywork, I can come to the homie tomorrow and probably get it done, you know?
Probably.
That's
got nothing to do. Realistically, probably like next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
I could throw it in that because I got.
Throw it in for the paint or throw it in to start with the bodywork and stuff?
Start with bodywork.
Okay.
Question, you gonna buff it yourself?
How bad is the dirt or what is it?
When there's a bumper on it.
I'll take a look at it. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about, some paint work. This one here?
Yeah.
Jeez, a big boy. What you got going on? What's happening with this one here?
Cut it in half and then extend it and.
Wait a minute. 6 doors? I just realized, I didn't even see it. I didn't even notice that front door was actually a door. I thought it was just a. What is it, excursion? This is not a truck, right? Or what is
I
it?
have 250 with the excursion, expedition sunroof in there. On top, second sunroof.
What in the world?
So that's what I gotta paint next.
Bro, this thing is massive. Fits in your booth.
Flares and stuff.
This yours?
Yeah, this is my project.
Is it gonna go black or what color?
Silver.
Silver? Look at this. Look at that. Bro, this is
Gotta clean up more.
fuel lines, every single line extended, frame extended, everything extended. What is that, little extension axle right there? Or drive shaft?
It's a drive shaft. No, two-piece drive shaft.
Yeah, wow. I've never seen one of these in real life. It's crazy.
This is the biggest one that's ever made.
Really?
Because they use a small door. I extended the door also.
Oh, there's a full door.
This middle door I extended. I chopped it up in 2 pieces and made this door out of 2 doors.
Alrighty guys, we're here the next day and it's a little bit of an interesting order of operation here. Now let me explain. So a couple of things need to be done. You guys know that this needs to be welded. See that crack right there? And behind this fender is a crack as well. So those 2 things need to be welded. Those are both aluminum panels and they need to be welded. Now Vitaly here has a welder. He can get those things welded up. Although Vitaly's frame rack at the moment is busy, as you can tell, there's a vehicle on there. So the neighbor, which is a bay down, is gonna do the framework over here. He said today he'll do it. It'll take him about 2 hours. We're hoping to film and get all the footage for that. On the other hand, Vitaly is gonna get these 2 panels welded. That way, today, I get this thing fully ready for body filler and hopefully body filled and primed. That's the goal. Now, let's see if we can crush it.
You hook it up to your pocket. You weld it.
Yo, I'm not sure if that's normal or not. Yo. No. So we ended up taking off the hood because the guy was already ready for the frame. So we just pulled his hood off, got it welded in, and I'm gonna go ahead and do all the fine work at home and the body filler. But for now, let's head over to the frame shop. Well, we got all of this section pulled out from here to here. Underneath, it's looking all nice and pretty. Now, the last thing we got to do is this section and then this little dot right here. So it's kind of chewed up in there, but we'll try our best. Framework is technically done. Everything that's left to do in the car is from my end, which we're gonna go home and get all that tackled out. But there's a couple minor things that he needs to finish up, and I gotta make it look pretty. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
I created a monster. There's nobody wants to see Marshall no more.
Like I said, I am not posting this video until it is 100% paint ready. Now, the fact that I challenged myself to do that and just kind of like I don't even know the words, like the fact that I'm not quitting and I'm just going and going and going and pushing through, I've actually built a connection with the frame guy, built a connection with the paint guy, which is massive for me at this current state where I'm at. So it's a good sign for the channel as well. So the frame guy obviously doesn't look pretty right now, but I told the frame guy to leave it where it is right now. I just need everything pulled out, and the rest of the work I'll do at home. You can tell this is nice and straight. This here is pretty good. This was completely chewed off, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind all this down, tap everything in, make it look pretty, and then weld it back in nice and clean, and basically try to make it look as OEM as possible. Down here, it's all good and straight, so very happy about all of that. Let's get it all looking pretty now. next day. Let's get it. Well, well, well. If I were to be known for one thing in the auto body industry, it's most likely for the gaps, because I am an absolute gap freak. Now, I just want to show you guys. Can't really see here because of the reflection of the glass, but it's a perfect solid gap all throughout. This is not even fully on. It's gonna be just a little bit higher. You can't even see that gap. But anyways, it's perfect. You can trust me on that. You can see the height, everything. Now, the gap here, all the way through, beautiful. Gap on the door, all the way through, beautiful. Now, all the bodywork on the external panels are fully complete, but I'm going to prime them after I'm done with this inside here. Now, as you can see, the fender is holding on by its bolt, so everything is in its proper spot. That bolt is in, and that bolt is lined up as well. So basically, we got all the frame, everything in its place. Now the last thing to do is take off this fender and make everything inside there pretty, because it's gonna get painted quarter panel all the way through, all the way here, kind of the whole entire thing, and then the entire front end and everything. So I wanna make sure everything looks absolutely beautiful, and we paint everything once, assemble it, and we are done for that. Now, the fact that I said I'm not ending this video until it's paint ready is really motivating me, because I wanna get this video out ASAP. So go ahead and pull this fender off and get the rest of the jazz finished up. Went out and bought another 2K primer, because we're gonna need to prime the hood, the fender, and this section down here. Now, I went ahead and redid a couple of things on the fender because I wasn't liking some of it. It's an aluminum fender, so it's kind of tough to play with it. Fix this body line down here, and fix some imperfections down here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove this fender, and we're gonna go ahead and drill the rest of this crap out to make sure it's nice and perfect, seam sealed, and looking pretty. Let's get that done, then we can use this primer and get this thing 100% fully ready for paint. Wrap up this video. Ta-da! 95% done. We got the fender to prime, and that is it. Now let me just show you guys how things are looking. Look at that. Look at that body line. Whew. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. Kind of misted it over here because I don't need anything over here. Block this all. Line is pretty soft. I mean, it's not the best because it's not really out of a high pressure gun. It's out of a can, so it's a little bit hard to get a soft line. But we got all that knocked out. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say that, Tim, this is not the original or best way to do it. But guys, the way to do this properly is to replace this entire unibody. Now, I'm not going to do that. So this is the best I could have done. I seam sealed around here so it doesn't look too pretty, but I got everything pulled out to how it should be. The best I could, welded and seam sealed everything. I mean, I think it looks a lot better than it was in the very, very beginning. I'm gonna leave it like that. It gets all hidden by the rocker panel and by the fender. My main thing is it's never gonna rust and it's fully 100% waterproof. So I think I did a pretty decent job over there. Let's go ahead and get this thing outside, get the fender on a stand over here, and prime that bad boy. Challenge successfully complete. Boys, we've done it. The M240 is fully ready for the paint shop, which means if I drop it off right now, they will scuff this entire thing and shoot it, and I'll be assembling it. Now my goal is obviously to get content for you guys and help out the painter as much as I possibly can because it's more content for you guys, but everything is looking so extremely good. All the gaps down here, it's looking perfect. The only thing is this bracket here. I'm gonna get a new one, so by the time this comes back, this bracket will be holding exactly like that. But all the gaps, everything's aligned. It's looking extremely, extremely sick from the front end. Look at that. Except for the wheels are a little bit funky, but you guys know those are temporary wheels just to get the car rolling and down to the paint shop. Now, with all that being said, I want you guys to do two things. First of all, follow me on Instagram at BYBTim, and second of all, I want to hear your comments and thoughts about the new editing style. Now, with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The next one is the best one. Peace. Well, it's finally time. It's finally time to call the grand prize winner of the E63 AMG alongside $10,000 cash. Now, I do want to apologize. It took a little bit longer than it should have for two reasons. First of all, it's my first time doing a merge giveaway, so it's a little bit tough to get everything sent off to our sweepstakes company right off the bat with no mistakes. Now, I got everything sent off, and then I sent off all the coupon codes, all the multipliers and everything, making sure that all the entries were counted up absolutely perfect and on the money. Got all that figured out, and then I took about a week break after the giveaway because it was holidays of Christmas and New Year's. So after December 24th midnight, I kind of took a break off for about 5 days. I was just absolutely dead tired, working crazy that month. Long story short is yesterday we got the email from our sweepstakes company with the grand prize winner. Yeah, the first right here, grand prize winner. I got everything here. Grand prize winner number one. The name is, see, I'll block off all the other names, but Anastasia Mishchuk. Can you see? Right there, Anastasia Mishchuk. The other names that are down here are basically, if this person can't claim the prize because of some reason, then those people get raffled off. Let's find the number and let's give her a ring. Bro, watch her not pick up.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later. El cliente de servicio.
Next guy, next.
No. Let's try again. Let's try one more time. Bro. My heartbeat is raising, bro.
Hello?
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 Hello, is this Anastasia?
Yes.
Hey, this is Tim from BackYardBoyz.
I'm sorry, I do not speak English.
Я по-русски разговариваю.
Окей.
Это...
Добре.
Да, ви виграли Мерседес.
Справді?
Справді, і $10 тисяч.
Ви шуткуєте?
Я не шуткую.
Мене перший раз виграш такий.
Ну, надіюсь, що перший раз, бо якщо вторий раз, це я в шокі був би. Ви недавно прилетіли в Америку?
Ну, мене буде майже 2 роки, я тут.
Ну, вам повезло, я так скажу. Що пройде з цього часу? Дивіться, компанія вам напише, і вам треба там буде підписатися, типу, всі документи на машину, типу такого.
Добре.
Все,
Спасибо.
все, без проблем.
Давай.
Freaking some Ukrainian, dude.
Imagine a freshie from Ukraine.
Bro, 2 years from Ukraine? Huh?
That's actually the perfect person.
It's a perfect person, but bro, this is kind of crazy because, I mean, I speak Ukrainian. My heart is beating probably more than hers but she doesn't speak English. She just came from Ukraine 2 years ago, which personally I think that's a perfect candidate. Person that's perhaps running from the war or something. I don't know exactly what's going on with their status, but wow, what a prize. Anyways, congratulations to Anastasia Mischuk.